Yeah, yeah. I'm Ramir Roberts, aka Jers,
James Woodard, aka Nug.
and we in the chat.
Hey, we back, bro.
Number 5.
Episode number 5, man. Cinco.
And just the two of us. And we can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us.
Hey, kill it. Kill it, kill it. Yo, you had a great weekend this past weekend, bro.
Yeah, great weekend. My mother, she threw my fiance and I a wedding shower. It was great to see some of my family and friends come out and support us. So as we get closer to our special date,
Dope.
we are now 45 days out.
Man, countdown is official right now, bro.
It's moving, man.
She can't quit. You can't quit.
Yeah, man.
Gotta keep it pushing, man.
Indeed.
Yo, man, you had all that great stuff going on, but you got you and the homie A. Y'all got me hooked on this book, man.
I got you hooked on that book.
Got me hooked on that book, man. You know, as black men, we got to get this financial literacy, bro.
Yeah,
So
man.
I'm reading that David Bach, Automatic Millionaire, right there.
Yeah, David Bach, Automatic Millionaire, man. And I want to just tell y'all, when it comes to the black community, they know where to get the hookups. They know who got the Netflix password.
We need the Lola.
They know who got the smoke, who got the who could flash the cell phones, who got the food stamps.
You know who 21 and can get you to drink.
You know what I'm saying? But we need to know how to invest our money legally. Automatic millionaire is just saving your bread. Just saving it up, investing in things that's gonna make money back for you. And in the long run, you're gonna be counting them chips, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, open up that portfolio, bro.
Indeed.
Open up that portfolio. Get everything you can out there. But yo, the one thing we gotta talk about, bro, before Game 4 or during Game 4 of that NBA Finals, bro, that Marvel put out that trailer, bro.
That Black Panther trailer?
That Black Panther trailer, bro.
Stop it, bro.
Stupid lit, bro.
Bruh.
Stupid lit. That junk gonna be a banger.
Best 1 minute and 50-second trailer I've ever seen in my life.
I don't watch reaction videos. I don't watch the trailer probably about 5-6 times. I don't watch like cast videos to see who in the movie. Bro, you got Ryan Coogler directing it. Shout out to him because he did Creed. He did Fruitvale Station.
Okay.
And he's main mans with one of the dudes in the movie. We got Chadwick Boseman playing Black Panther. We got Lupita Nyong'o in there. David Kaluuya from Get Out. You got Forrest Whitaker, the OG.
Wasn't Chadwick Boseman, wasn't he James Brown?
He was James Brown.
Okay,
and he was Jackie Robinson.
Chill, bro.
And he was Jackie Robinson.
Hey, bro, play all the legends, bro.
Biopics, need them all. Then you got my fine wine joint, Angela Bassett in there.
Okay.
And you got the homie Michael B. Jordan in there.
Oh yeah, when you said Fruitvale Station, I seen a similarity right there. Oh yeah.
Him and Ryan Coogler worked together on both of them joints. And yo, I don't even watch The Walking Dead, but you got Mike Sean in there. Everybody who watched The Walking Dead, they definitely know about Mike Sean. She's definitely a big character on there.
Oh yeah.
So I heard. So this joint gonna be lit, man. It's Black Power all day. It's a beautiful film as far as what I'm already seeing. I like a lot of the cinematics of the actual place Wakanda, which is it's a false African nation, but it's dope, man. It's just it's encompassing a lot of black star power, and that's what we need right now. We need that diversity.
Yeah, can't forget about my man with the crooked eye, Forrest Whitaker in that joint.
Definitely.
Yeah,
most definitely. They say he's supposed to be playing like a Obi-Wan Kenobi type, like real wise dude. So that joint's this joint gonna be nice, bro.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Man, I've always been proud to be a black man, but just seeing us doing incredible things in the film industry, and just to see everybody excelling in their profession, man, this is a good time for us, man.
It's definitely a good time, man. I mean, you see a lot of people, getting the TV deals, like the Carmichael Show coming back for another season. You got Marlon about to start his show up soon. You got Kevin Hart doing the Laugh Out Loud network. I mean, it's really booming right now, but even though it's booming, I still feel like we could do even more. I feel like we need ourselves a black Adam Sandler. basically. Because if you think about how Adam Sandler does,
I feel like we already had one.
Yeah.
Though. I feel like Ice Cube is Black Adam Sandler.
Okay.
The only thing was, he had the whole Friday. And then he got the ride along, and he had a Are We There Yet? And then that turned into a TV show. Right. I feel like Ice Cube is the Black Adam Sandler.
You right.
You see, he just got a star, right?
You know what? I saw mention of it, and I haven't had a chance yet to watch the video.
Well overdue, but you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's been a legend in the game for a minute and still doing it. He re-released his record too with a couple more songs on it, so that joint gonna be dope.
Yeah, man. And then this one thing I want to say about Ice Cube and just how many doors he's opened for a lot of celebrities. Like. Friday wasn't just great because it was a great movie. Right. It's the people that played in it.
Put on.
I was thinking about his mom. She was the stepmom on Moesha, right?
For real?
Yeah. John Witherspoon. He was on the Boondocks, and then you think about Bernie Mac had a role in that. Right. Chris Tucker went on the Rush Hour. Right. Terry Crews was in the Friday. Mike Epps was in the Friday. Ricky Smiley, Cat Williams, like all these guys
Terry Crews.
Yeah, all these guys blew up.
Wow.
Off of Friday.
Yeah, you're right, bro. You absolutely right, man. I mean, he definitely been doing it. I got to give you credit, man. You definitely got me on that one.
Then it's Tyler Perry.
Yeah. Tyler been getting a little flag lately because they doing that whole he don't practice
what he preach.
Right. People selling out, and they always talk about black men wearing dresses. Why we got to be the ones to wear dresses and do this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? But my whole thing is like if you're good at the arts and if you're really putting out great art, man, do what you want to do, man. I mean, Martin Lawrence wore a dress. Jamie Foxx wore a dress. Tyler Perry is wearing a dress now, and he making so much money off it, bro.
But you see, it's getting attention to people though.
Yeah.
You put on a dress, and then people start to come and start to listen to you.
I mean, look at music now.
Yeah.
Music is crazy. I mean, everybody in music wearing something feminine. Man.
I just ordered my romper yesterday.
Bro, you get off this romper. I'm trying to get off this. This romper got to go, bro. No, bro. But nah, I mean, what's crazy about the arts though, in terms of film, even after all the years of success, which is crazy, we still more recognized for athletic success.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? We done had black, Oscar winners and winning the main award, the best actress, best actor, but still in tow, we still recognize worldwide, as a culture for sports. And I feel like, we definitely need to, or we could take the, the athletes' perspective on, how to get better at your craft. You know what I'm saying? Keep working. I don't care what you do. Just keep working.
And that's why I appreciate the athletes because they use their platform to get their hands in the other doors.
Absolutely.
Prime example, LeBron James. LeBron James has got his hand in everything, whether it be sports or real estate, TV, or investments, television, music, movies. He's involved with a lot of things. So is Jay-Z. So is Puff Daddy. Once you get your foot in the door, man, then you start networking with the right people who can point you in the right direction.
Absolutely.
I think we was talking last week, and you was telling me how LeBron, he talks to Warren Buffett.
He always. I mean, he rubs shoulders with those dudes. I mean, he's with Warren Buffett and Tom Warner and these guys who own these big studios. To do these movies. That's why you've seen him in. The what's the movie he was in? The last movie he was in.
I can't even think of the name of that joint.
What is it called? It's not Shipwreck. It's something Trainwreck.
Trainwreck. Okay,
yeah. He was in Trainwreck. And then you got the Survivor's Remorse and all that, which is loosely based on how his life went. I mean,
which is a dope show.
Right, it's a dope show, man. If y'all not on Stars,
Tashina Arnold on that joint.
Yes.
Yeah.
If y'all not on Stars, bro, get on Stars. They got Power. Yeah. They got Survivor's Remorse.
Power ready to come back.
They got Ballers, which I heard was pretty dope. I haven't really seen it, but
they got Ballers.
Ballers is on Stars too. Yeah.
You sure?
The joint with the Rock.
I thought that was HBO.
It might be HBO. I might be wrong, bro. But anyway, still get on Stars, bro.
Yeah,
get on HBO too, man. He black.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Support
Absolutely,
the movement, man.
But no, I think that in terms of any type of arts, we always allow greatness for a certain period of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's always for a certain period of time. But I think now what we're starting to do is we're starting to get in there and we're really starting to force our way into, being around for so long. I was just watching Kevin Hart Snapchat, like, right before we came here. This dude doing everything, bro. He got another Pets coming out.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he got another show coming out on
Man,
Comedy Central, introducing new young comics.
He got a clone, bro.
He have to. How you in all these places?
Yeah, ain't no way he was on Breakfast Club last week. He was just
that 50,000.
Yeah, he was just talking about, flying out to go see his daughter graduate and then fly right back
for the book tour.
Yeah,
50,000.
Charlamagne was like,
50,000.
You got that money?
Yeah.
Don't worry about the money.
Yeah. We ain't gonna talk about that. But that's crazy, man. Like all respect to him. A lot of people really don't like it. Some people don't get off on his comedy or whatever. But at the end of the day, this dude is a business, man.
It's funny because he threw some shade at some comedians, and ain't nobody catch it. I caught it. He was basically saying how, like, it's some comics. You said they like to be called comics, right?
It's comedians.
Oh, comedians.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
But it's some comedians out there. He said they got good routines, but they still sticking to that same routine.
Exactly.
He always coming with something fresh and something interesting. Whether he wrote it on his own or if he had help or not. If your joke's funny, but if you telling them for 6 years, it ain't gonna be funny no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you look at it, man. I mean, who doesn't have? I mean, one of the greatest comedians and my favorite comedian of all time. He had a writer. He didn't have a team. Yeah. I'm not gonna say he had a team, but
you talking about Richard Pryor?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Paul Mooney, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Paul Mooney just he's so reckless.
He's raw with it,
right?
He raw with it.
He reckless. I hate to run into him in person, bro. He might make me cry, bro.
That dude is on another level.
He was on the BET Awards and he like roasted Diana Ross.
Yeah,
and she was in
he don't care, bro.
I was like, bro, I gotta chill.
You seen his special on Netflix?
Nah, I ain't seen.
Oh my god!
And think about me when it comes to comedy. For me, sometimes it's the voice that makes it funny to me.
I think so.
I think that's why Paul Mooney was in the back.
In the wings.
It's because he got
a weird voice.
Yeah, he got a weird, raspy, arrogant type voice. Matter of fact, I did see his special. Was he in a chair?
Yeah.
I seen that joint.
Bruh, he was raw. Bruh, and when he say the B word, bruh, he be
it
got something behind it, bruh. Yeah. It just be like he hit you, like it's like stabbing. Like even when I hear, like, to be honest, that's one of my favorite curse words. But like when he say it, like it's just something. It just do something different. Like I be cringing, bro.
Yeah.
Like
it's funny because
he's still funny though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's funny because like
he's got that different humor, man.
He's funny, but if you listen to him, he give you a lot of historic background on the black culture and how far we come and how far we have to go. Like it's kind of educational all in one.
You know who we get that from though?
Who?
You don't know who his man is.
Who's man?
Dick Gregory.
Really?
Dick Gregory got that history, bro.
Shout out to Dick Gregory, man. He in Richmond this weekend.
For real?
Yeah, at Funny Bone.
Where? Oh, he at the Funny Bone?
Yeah.
You should have got free tickets this week. They wasn't giving out free tickets for no Dick Gregory, but they wasn't giving them out. But like I watched the set that Dick Gregory did, man, and it was it was informative, it was funny, it was a little rude. It'll take you back, it'll take you back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But he be speaking that real. He be talking about what he talks about. That's different from a lot of people. I always hear him reference the universal God. Mm-hmm. Which is I guess different than what we generally talk about. Yeah. But I'm like, it's basically the same sentiments. It's just universal God and how whatever basically whatever you put out into the world is how that's what you get back. So
indeed,
it's just dope, man. But what's coming up? What's coming up soon, man?
You already know what's coming up soon, man. Juneteenth, man. I hope the culture, I hope everyone know how important this day is to us. June 19th, 1865 was a special day.
Bro, can I be real with you though?
Yeah,
before we really get into that?
Yeah.
It wasn't, bro, it probably was last year I really found out what Juneteenth was. I had no idea. And like, honestly, I don't think they teach it in school either.
They don't?
Like, I had no idea.
They don't.
And the only reason why I knew is because I was watching one of the latest shows that came out last year.
I already know what you're going to say, bro.
Atlanta, bro.
Oh,
Joe was so lit, bro.
Was it Atlanta?
Yeah, it was Atlanta.
Yeah. It was Atlanta, and they was at that. Yeah, they was at the white, and she was married to a black dude, right?
Yeah,
that's the same time I found out about.
I did not know what Juneteenth was, bro.
And it's crazy because I was hurt. Yeah, they really in school they really not educating you on it, and your parents may know about the date and what happened on that date, but that's about it.
Yeah, man.
That's like, 4th of July. Oh yeah, 4th of July. That's when we cook on the grill. Like,
right. That's all you know. Like, you don't really know. Like, we just do things because it's been in tradition to do. Yeah. We don't necessarily know the history behind it and how much it should actually mean to you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Juneteenth was, like you said, June 19th, 1865. It was when Major General Gordon Granger came to Texas with the message of slaves being emancipated, basically their freedom. And what's crazy about that is, not only was he late with it, because, they don't want us to know nothing about ourselves anyway, he was late with it by like 2.5 years. Wow. The joint was actually, written in like 1862. It was it took effect in 63. Okay. It wasn't actually a law for slaves to be free until 65. Wow. That's just wild, man. Like, so late. And crazy enough, 100 years later, to the year 1965, 100 years later, Malcolm X was killed. Wow. 100 years later, he was killed. This is after, he was going through the Nation of Islam. He started discovering some truths about that and really opening up and telling, in his teachings, letting his followers know what the real deal was. Yeah. And when you exposing people like that, they don't want that out there. So they got to let that voice got to go. Yeah, so, man. So he was killed after that. And then also 100 years later was, the Selma March was after that. And the right to vote came 100. Let's look, 1865, slaves was emancipated. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until 100 years later that we was given the right to vote. That's crazy, man. I know we slow the progress in this country, but 100 years? Yeah, man. It took us 100 years to get the right to vote for some shit that don't do us no good no way. Yeah. Honestly, took them patience, man. Right. Shout out to them, man, for all the civility they had, all the patience they had to go through all the things they went through. Right. Man, I remember I was watching TNT one time, and they was listening to audio of what the people were saying to them when those gentlemen went into that restaurant and sat at that bar. Bruh. People were threatening their lives, pouring water on them, spitting on them. And I don't care how many movies you come out with, those depictions don't hold a candle to what actually happened to those people. Don't hold a candle, man. Not at all. I mean, dogs being sick on you. Oh, this wild. Like, that's wild, bro. Like, I sit back and I think, like, could it have been me? Yeah. I don't know if I could have done that. And you know what's crazy? It's like, different place, different mindset, but I don't know if I could have done that, bro. It's not only could you have done it, it's like you're doing something, but you're not even sure if the outcome is going to happen. It's like, hey, you go work hard. Right. And you might get a promotion. Right. It might happen, but it might not. Right. Like, are you willing to do all this work? Really maybe lose your life for something that might not happen, but God willing, it worked out. Yeah, most definitely. I mean, we still even through all these different things. And today is actually the primary. The voting, you know what I'm saying? Another voting situation. Yeah. I think this one is more effective than the presidential vote. And I think this is the one that people should definitely go out and vote for because this one affects your community. Yeah. Like them cops that you talking about that's patrolling the community and they not really getting down with you. They harassing you, this, that, and the third. This voting is what handles those issues. Exactly. And there's a lot of issues that people have, with the city building up a lot of things in the community, public transportation for people to get access to employment, Absolutely. Increasing jobs and construction and road damage and crime, education. There's a lot of things in your community that's going to affect you more than anything, the president oversees. Right. So, I mean, the president we got now is a straight doofus, so you already know he ain't looking for you no kind of way. At all, bro. No kind of way, man. So, just get out there, voice your opinions, be one. Be one. We too scattered. One person got this viewpoint and another person got this viewpoint, which is cool, but we all seeking the same thing, man. Mm-hmm. We all seeking the same thing. to be equal. That's what we always been seeking, to be equal since 1865 and before that, just to be equal. We just want to be on the same playing field with y'all.
Man, I heard this joke one time. This guy was saying how the LGBTQIA plus community wanted equal rights, and he was saying, back in the day, the black people, we just wanted civil rights.
Right.
We was like, we'll come back to equal later down the line, but civil work for right now.
Was that Michael Chi, or was that Carmichael? That was one of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure who it was, man, but that one, that just had me
that's
cracking up, man.
Yeah,
I was just thinking about it. I work I work in education. I work at Virginia Commonwealth University, and they have a strong black student population,
right?
But we're less than, we might be 1% of tenured faculty professors that are African American.
Wow. And I go in your building, there's black people everywhere in that room.
Yeah. Those are black people on the administration side. But professors,
for real,
there's not many tenured. No.
Wow.
So, and that's the thing, and that's not.
Yeah.
That's not just here. That's a lot
that's
of
everywhere,
places. Yeah.
Man. That's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's everywhere. But that's crazy.
Because you got to think about tenure. Basically you're gonna be there for a while.
Right.
And you have to be somewhere where you feel welcome.
Right.
Black professors would rather go to HBCU or to an urban community, take a pay cut, rather than go to a prestigious school and not feel welcome.
Right. But it's what's wild about education too is like you go to one school just because this thing called prestige. You go to one school and I go to one school and we major in the same thing. How we ain't equal? It's still a bachelor's degree at the end of the day. What tells them that they know more than I do?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's how the game go, man.
That's wild.
A lot of my colleagues went to Ohio State.
Wow.
A lot of them.
For real?
Yeah. Now, nothing against Ohio State, but I'm not. If someone was to come from University of Maryland, who's saying they couldn't have been a better candidate, even though they didn't go to a prestigious school as Ohio State. But I guess that matters.
I don't care what that piece of paper said. That piece of paper, you could have been the laziest mug I ever seen in my life. But that piece of paper right there gonna tell me that you deserve this job over somebody who went to a HBCU and worked their ass off. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? To get what they got, worked so many jobs, did all this. That's the thing it don't tell you. That piece of paper don't show me the real you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man,
that's why in the future, man, nobody's gonna look at resumes.
Ain't no point.
Because in the future, your resume gonna say you went to this college. But then really, you never really went to that college. You was in your bedroom the whole time.
Exactly.
Taking class. And then it's going to say, people going to say, oh, at my job, I worked on this project.
You have no social life.
But really, all you did, you just pushed in the chairs when they left. Right. And then you wrote on your resume that you attended this meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really go back and check and be like, hey, Scott, there was a dude named Jeff Wilson. He worked in your office. He said he was a part of the sports leadership committee. He was like, he's our janitor. He cleaned the office after our sports leadership meeting. Like,
Big Gregory told this story, bro. It's so funny, right? He was like, man, I went to, I think he said University of Illinois, right? Mm. He said I went there. And I was, he said I went there because I wanted to show him what smart people look like, right? Yeah. He said I want to show him what smart people look like. So he said he went to class. He ain't take no book bag. He ain't take no pencil. He ain't take nothing.
Wow.
Right? Got straight A's. Said all the black people, they hating on him. How you do this? How you do that? Blah, blah, blah. Right? He said he met this man. He called him Mr. Wilson. They said, why you call him Mr. Wilson? His name Ernest. Not to me. His name Mr. Wilson. He said this man right here walk around with this jumpsuit on, and he got this big ass key ring with like 50 keys on it. Got keys to every room with the answers to the test. Mr. Wilson. He said that's how he passed. He said he went in class. He said he went in there. He said he used to go in class. Said little Asian girl be sitting in class. He be sitting in class. He go in there 2 minutes, sign his name on a paper, hand it in. Right? Lead the class. She come out 2 hours later, sweating, nervous. So she get an A++. How in the hell you get an A++ and you nervous? You don't know you smart enough to get an A++?
Yeah.
Like for real? That story was funny.
So you know I'm studying for the GRE, right?
Right.
And they said like when you go into a situation, if you when you go into a situation not feeling confident, it even if you study and you know everything, it makes your score go down because you're not as confident on what you're actually doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
yeah. And crazy. my old adage, bro, or two of my old adages, can't go wrong with C, and your first answer damn near always right.
One of my coworkers, he told me, he said, look, he said George W. Bush was a C average student and he was the president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So, hey, ain't nothing wrong with getting C's, you feel me?
Yeah.
C's passing, ain't it?
Hey, C average college graduate. Yeah. Some C average college graduates can't get a job at McDonald's. This man was ruling the country.
Yeah, man. C ain't gonna get you in to certain master's programs.
Yeah, for sure. But,
so y'all young heads, listen, man, y'all better pull that up. You feel me?
Unless your daddy got a check.
Yeah,
for sure. Yo, man, it happened last night, bro.
What happened last night? Cavs in 7.
Cavs in 6. I seen one of my patients today before the series started, man. We was talking about it. I was like, yo, Cavs in 6. And I'm adamant, bro. Cavs in 6. He like, nah, Golden State. White guy, right? I'm like, man, Cavs in 6. After game 1, he came, he saw me, bro. He's like, Cavs in 6? I'm like, yes, bro, Cavs in 6. Hell no. Didn't work out like that, bro. He seen me today. I hadn't seen him for a couple of days. He seen me today. All he did was smile and just look at me.
It's funny, man. You know that pick was with my heart, though.
Yeah,
that pick was with my heart. Because it's like when the Cavs win, it's like, oh, LeBron finally won one again. Right. The Cavs finally got one. It's good. Hooray. When the Warriors win, it's like, it's just a big hoorah. Like, it's never been done.
It don't sit right with me when they win, bro. I don't know what it is. I did give respect to KD. I definitely did. Because I still don't agree with the move, at all. I don't agree with the move. But to justify him winning his first championship, he played out of his mind. He definitely did. I mean, but he played ball. Every game over 30, he was hooping. So, I mean, I give you that credit. He's a great player. I give you that. But the decision to go to a team like that.
Like he said last night, he said, I ain't just joined a group of guys. I came in here and I did my part. But in my opinion, that's his squad now. I don't care what nobody say. True. Steph, Draymond, that's KD team. He the best player on that squad.
Absolutely.
Before this year, he was the second best player in this league, in my opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He joined that team, and he the best player. It looks unanimous to me.
Right. And they gonna go back again.
Yeah, man. I don't see nothing stopping him, man. Like I was.
Know what? You know what's gonna save them? Like money not gonna be an issue because they seen so many other teams that was real good get broke up over money. Yeah. Bet it ain't gonna be over money. Somebody might.
That's the reason James Harden and Houston right now, because of bread.
Because of bread. People want bread. You can get the bread a lot of times if you structure your deal the right way, you get the bread in the back end.
Yeah, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Because and the wild thing is like you make so much money off the court. Like a lot of these dudes make so much money off the court. Like how much money do you want?
That's why the market doesn't matter.
Bro, you was broke one time.
Yeah.
Like, Bron was in a meeting. I'll never forget him telling that story. He was in a meeting. Turned down, what was it, $10 million?
You talking about the Adidas?
Yes. Yeah. Turned down $10 million. Ain't had nothing. He said, bro, I came on the PJ from the Jacks and turned down $10 million. That also go to, knowing your worth. But at the end of the day, these dudes make so much money, bro. Leave that money on the table, bro. If you want to be great. If it's about winning championships, what the money matter? Because that's all y'all talk about. Y'all don't talk about how much y'all made this year. Yeah. Y'all talk about winning championships.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm going to just, all the NBA teams, they need to look at the Golden State Warriors because they got the rubric to win.
Ain't enough players to go around.
But I'm going to just tell you, they got a group of unselfish guys.
True.
These are unselfish guys. These are guys, they know their role. They're willing to play their role. Right. Being a star, being the man is not a big thing to them.
You think Russ was selfish?
Nah, I don't think Russ was selfish.
I think their team just wasn't good enough.
Yeah, and you know, over
the only problem.
Over time, I understood why Kevin Durant made this move.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kevin Durant would have made this move if that team won 50 games. And the reason I say that is because they actually play basketball.
True.
You see backdoor cuts, you see screens, you see pick and roll, they run plays. When you look at the Cavs, right. are they running plays, bro?
Nah, it's we gonna pass it a couple times. You already know who it's going to. Yeah. It's either going to Bron or Kyrie and they attack, or they shoot point blank period.
Man, last night I seen Kyrie and Bron 6 plays in a row. Yeah. Ain't nobody touched the ball. Either Kyrie came down and tried to do something, or Bron came down and tried to do something. Ain't nobody else touched the ball.
That made me actually go back on a statement I made before the finals even started. I said, "Yo, they got everything they need." They didn't. Their bench was horrible. Mm-hmm. Their bench was absolutely horrible. And Golden State shows you what kind of team you are. Because they have the bench. Because Sean Livingston come in and he always hit that pull up jumper in the lane, bro, and it pissed me off every time. He hit that little baby pull up jumper in the lane, and that jump be cash.
Man, he like 6'7", bro. The point guard guarding him is like 6'3", so it's easy.
Yeah, but I mean, they definitely show you what type of team you are. They show you how bad you are defensively. They show you how much more scoring you need.
Man, I feel sorry for dudes like Wilt and Jordan. Yeah. Like they was scoring all them points. I mean, like they was losing games. Bruh. Like Jordan got 6 rings, but Jordan should have 10, bro. Right. But sometimes his teammates ain't step up and help him, man. Like
that game against Larry where he scored 63? Was it 63 and still took the L?
Yeah, man.
Like what? I put up 63. And I took the L. That looked like my player, but I'd be going.
LeBron just averaged a triple-double in the NBA Finals and lost in 5.
It wasn't even a contest.
You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't even a contest. Man, they washed them boys like cars, man. They washed them boys like cars, bro. But what Cleveland gonna do? Like, Cleveland is the only team in the East right now you can say that they got a chance to get back. But they got to make moves. Like, something different got to happen in order for it to go.
Besides J.R. Smith, everybody on the bench gone.
Yeah. You know what? I like what Cleveland has.
Tiana Taylor, you better help find your boy another occupation because
he going to be in more videos with your ass.
Yeah. Or he going to be back with the Knicks or something.
Bruh, Knicks might can use him. He might be a star on the Knicks. Because, hey, Melo.
Darren Williams, bro, hang it up, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, Darren Williams had the worst help defense last night. Bro, he was on the opposite wing of his. He was guarding Iguodala on this one play, fourth quarter. He was on the opposite side. He was on the opposite side of the paint.
Yeah.
And then they swung it to Iguodala, bro. He was running like coach called a 30-second timeout, bro.
Chill, bro.
Like, what you doing up in that hard, bro?
Yeah. Like, off certain players, you should not have helped. Mm-hmm. Like, and it's just, man, man.
Derek Williams gone. Darren Williams gone. Yeah. Shumpert gone. Who else gone? Channing Frye's gone. Everybody. My man Richard Jefferson, he gonna hang it up.
Please do.
Who else?
You're gonna kill yourself out there, man.
Anybody else that's on that bench gone.
Motherfucking catch a hoot attack.
Kevin Love might be gone, but that's too much bread to move around.
Man, what? That's a lot of bread, bro. That's a lot of bread. Shump definitely got to go. After that shot he shot last night, you got to go. You seen that shot?
Huh?
Off the top of the backboard?
Who did it?
Shump.
Nah, I missed that joint. Was that?
It was a bad one.
Oh, I missed that joint.
It got swung to him. I said no. As soon as it got swung to him, I said no. That joint went off the top of the backboard. It was ugly. Ugly.
Man, he out, man.
Another thing I learned last night from LeBron is superstars do whatever they want to referees. This man got fouled while dunking and something like that.
He dunked up Kevin Durant. He was like, ref, he hit me in the head.
He turned around and he was demonstratively walking up to the ref and he put his hand up in his face and I was like, oh, that's a T right there. And the ref just looked down. He ain't say nothing.
Yeah, that's how it go, man. People People get calls, bro.
Bruh, Lawan gonna be nice.
Who's that?
Lawan, the little guard, I think, for Golden State.
Oh,
he had two crunch time little layups in the lane, back to back.
He with that squad, man.
Yeah,
buckets come easy, bro.
Man, what?
I mean, it was one player. I'm not sure who it was. It was Elgin Baylor or one of them. But he was saying there's no such thing as an easy bucket. That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie, boy.
Golden State hit everything he
wanted. Shoot, let you see Steph Curry open in the corner, bro. Somebody go run out there and leave somebody else wide, bro.
What? And all you got, that's just another pass.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Because you can't get back. That ball is faster than the player, bro.
See, bro, on some real life stuff, bro, I'll leave Steph open, bro. And I'm going to tell you what. Steph like J.R. Smith, bro. Like, the better the defense, the better the shot.
The better the shot. And you're like, bro, and the joint's so quick. You like, how it get up over his head?
I never seen that J.R. Smith Steph meme.
What?
Bro, J.R. get better. J.R. had a good game, by the way.
He did, though.
Yeah, he was hot.
He did, though. Yo, after the first couple threes, I was like, yo, if he open, find him. Because they could have won the game like that. If he open, find him. Because they had that little stretch where the game was tight. I'm like, yo, he could break the game open, bro. If he open.
He started?
Oh. I don't know, dog.
He might start. Kyrie Brown.
Yeah.
He do start. Boy, I think the only way I can see it working, Kevin Love got to come off the bench, bro.
Yeah. Who they going to put right there, though?
I don't know. Somebody.
You think they get Melo to work?
Yeah.
I think it'll work.
Bro, I'm telling you, like,
I think Melo will get it together for this boy.
So I'm gonna give you an example, right?
Need that.
You know that dude? He be going with a girl, and he be cheating on her,
right?
Doing her dirty. Don't want to clean the house. Don't want to take care of the kids.
Don't want to take the trash out.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
All he wants is that steak dinner when she get home. He ain't done nothing all day.
Soon as she get her a new guy, and she see how well he treating her.
He changed.
He want it bad.
Yeah.
She come home, he done remodeled the whole. He washing the ceiling with the.
He done built a guest house.
You know what I'm saying?
They live in an apartment.
That's just like I feel like the Knicks been doing Melo dirty for so long, bro. Like he just content with it,
bro.
Like if he goes somewhere else, he'd be like, "Damn, this what love really is." You know what I'm saying?
He gonna be saying that on all fronts because he losing his girl for sure.
Yeah, man. Lala, hit me up.
Hey, for sure. Hey, Chris Rock.
Hold on, bro. She on Power, bro? Because remember she disappeared. Yeah. She disappeared.
You seen that today?
Huh?
I don't know. You seen that today? It was some joint today that was talking about like her and Tommy was gonna get together.
Her and Tommy get together. That mean another new scene? Another new scene?
Yeah.
Come on.
I need that.
What?
Hey,
the last drink.
Hey, we gonna have to hurry up. I need to leave here, bro.
Yeah. Last scene I had to pause that drink. Like,
he was like, "Hey, you gotta go to the bathroom." Tell my lady you gotta go to the bathroom. Mm-hmm.
Hey, bro.
But yeah, he about to lose his girl, but he need to go ahead and go to Cleveland, bro, to get that ring, cause they might do the banana boat, bro.
Who gonna do the banana boat?
No homo. They might do the banana boat. Cleveland. They let all them go. CP, D-Wade, go over there. You know, Melo.
I don't know, brother. They gotta make that bread work.
I don't know how they gonna do that.
CP gonna stay in with the Clippers. You know why?
Why, bro?
He gonna chase that check, bro. CP ain't never really. Nah, he ain't gonna.
Ain't no check, bro.
This the only reason he might, bro. The Clippers could give him like $215 million, bro.
For what? To lose again?
Hey, bro.
I need to make a conference finals.
I don't care, bro. Harvard could offer me $100,000 to go work for them.
100,000. You going?
VCU offered me 70, bro.
You going to Harvard?
VCU offered me $250.
You going to Harvard?
Heck no, I'm staying at VCU, bro.
Ain't no loss though. That's VCU, bro.
Now, over Harvard, bro.
How did the city? Forget Harvard, man.
It's because you're from Connecticut. You a Yale guy. I'm from Jersey, so Princeton.
Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to Yale though. Ain't nothing out there, man. I'm gonna get robbed.
Hey, bro.
I know my city, bro. I'm gonna get robbed.
You gonna get robbed?
I'm gonna get later robbed. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get robbed, dog. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good at all.
Yeah, man. But Man, it's been a great week, man. So,
And I'm taking my lady home to meet my mom, bro.
oh, you is?
What?
When y'all leaving?
In the morning.
Okay.
Had to get in and get the show going, man. Gotta leave in the morning.
Yeah.
Man.
Can't leave
one this week.
Can't leave without doing the show, man.
Yeah.
So, last week, right? We started up this little email messaging thread on Facebook.
Oh man.
Just regrouping with a whole bunch of our close friends from our freshman year. CG, what up? And it's crazy because, this was our freshman year and a lot of them, transferred or didn't come back.
Almost nobody came back.
After that 1 year, man.
My roommate left before the semester was over. But I wasn't mad though.
But it was crazy, bro. Like, this 1 year, bro, we had so many stories. We had so many stories.
Bro, if y'all could have seen this thread, bro. That chat.
This joint was nonstop for basically like 12 whole hours.
I was at my job for 8 hours. I did 2 hours of work, maybe.
Man, I know y'all know when y'all scrolling in the group chat to look at y'all last message y'all said so y'all could read from everything on, and you can't even find your last joint.
Bro, I can't get to the beginning of the joint. Like, you know how you be like, you in the group chat, so you like scrolling back, you trying to see where it started, and then like 5 messages come through, and it jump back down to the bottom. Bro, joint was super lit, bro.
It's
crazy.
Was
super lit, bro.
It's crazy, man. But it's just so much like, freshman year of college taught me a lot of lessons that I took with me, whether it was positive or negative. I met my co-host James Woodard my freshman year. We've been rocking ever since then.
Geek though. Yo, he wouldn't speak to me when we first met. He still don't believe that he didn't do that, but he did.
Bro, that's not me, bro. You got wrong person.
Red coat, red hat. You didn't speak to me, bro. But it's cool. We rocking now though.
Why? You never give me a reason. Like why would I not have a reason?
I don't know, bro. I walked in the room and they was like, y'all was talking about rap. So I was trying to get my little, get my little 2 cents in. He was like, nah. Bro, he wasn't having it, bro. I was like, God, leave. I was like, you know what? I'm good, man. I'm good. This little dude ain't trying to rock with me, bro.
Yeah, we had a little clique, bro. It was about 17 of us in that clique.
It was around, it was that
It was me,
last
you,
summer, bro.
A. Jones, Amber, Cam, Rudy, JJ, Crump, Kendra, Marcus, Keese, Janae, Nicole, Rashad, Shani, Sean, Sherry. Bro.
Squad.
We was deep, bro.
Squad, bro. Wasn't nobody rocking with us.
And we was always together, too.
We had the hardest group of females you ever wanted to see in your life.
They square up with you. They didn't care if you was a girl. They didn't care if you was a dude. They didn't care if you was a professor.
Shout out Big Am.
Yo, they square up with you real live.
You getting glass. They they was fighting football players, dog.
Yo.
Football players.
Hey, chill.
It was, man, what? It was real out there, bro.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. Yeah. I look at my GPA. That's all I think about is freshman year, bro.
I actually had a good GPA freshman year. I ain't really do nothing.
Yeah, man. You was chilling.
Bruh.
You was chilling, bro.
Y'all had that hall party. Remember that hall party? Right outside my room, y'all had that hall party.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the room cupcaking, bro. Shout out to my lady.
Yeah.
Cupcaking.
Yeah, DJ Jers.
Back when I used to wear the P chain.
I had the hall party jumping. It used to be so many people on this dorm floor, bro, that the paint off the walls used to be sweating, bro. Used to be the paint off the walls used to be dripping, bro.
Community bathrooms, crazy.
This joint used to be crazy, bro. Those were the days, man.
That was back when people used to throw up on the weekends, and they never come empty trash.
Oh yeah, housekeeping don't come back on Monday, bro.
Bro, freshman year, dude threw up in the middle of the hallway, bro. Middle of the hallway, left it.
Bro, 1 year, dude knocked the whole water fountain off, bro.
Oh,
you remember that? Yeah.
He tackled the joint.
He tackled the water fountain,
bro. How you tackle a whole water fountain? Whole water fountain came off the wall.
See, that's the thing about college. When people don't tell you what you're getting into, don't believe the hype from the movies. Like it's always parties like that.
Nah, because we had some dry times.
It's going wild. I mean, we went to a small school. Our school was less than 2,000 students at the time.
We turned it up though.
Yeah, but we got jiggy with it. We made do with what we had.
DJ Jersey.
You know what I'm saying? We used to party with some 3s, some 2.5s.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
We party with a couple 10s.
Yeah.
5 2s.
But we was college students. Like we did college things though.
Bruh.
Like freshmen today, they come to school, they got 2 bottles of Henny.
What?
Goose.
Driving BMWs.
You know what I'm saying? We had 4 Locos. We had them bootleggers.
And one car that wasn't ours.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to Jacquees, bro. I don't know where Jacquees is, bro.
Shout out to Jacquees, bro.
But everybody drove this man car, bro.
We almost got manslaughter charges with this car. Man, what?
This
wild stuff, bro.
Those were the days, man.
Those was the days, bro. CG. Hey, bro. Man. You over there steaming,
bro.
That
was crazy,
What's the problem, bro?
Bro, I gotta remove somebody, bro.
Who?
I was thinking about this Uber driver, bro.
What's wrong with the Uber, bro? What's wrong with the Uber driver, bro?
Bro, this fool, bro, took us, bro, mind you. So, I'm in the fan, which is like a part of the downtown district of Richmond.
Right.
You know, we was at this bar hanging out, cooling. So, you know, I was drinking, so, you know, I don't drink and drive. So, catching his Uber back home.
Be smart.
Uber driver come, bro. Luckily, I didn't buy the Uber because I was gonna put his name out there. but I ain't do the Uber, so I ain't gonna put him out like that.
Yeah.
Bro, it took us like 30 minutes to get back home, bro.
How far was y'all?
We was like 6 minutes away, bro. Bro, only thing we had to do was go down Carey Street, bro. Same street. He had to make no turns, bro. We would have been
just come down the street.
Just come down the street, bro. Bro made a left, then he made a right, then he went straight, made a left, put us back on Carey Street. Then he made another left,
was he
made another right, and another left, and guess where we end up? Back on goddamn Carey Street. I was like, what the hell is this fool doing, bro?
Was he following GPS?
I don't know. No, this was crazy. This one I knew was gonna be messed up, right? So we was at this place called Sticky Rice. You know, it's a restaurant / bar, but on the weekend, you know, this is where you know, you get your little party on. Hey, where the party at? Where the party at? Hey. No, I can't forget about my kid. Now, anyway, we get out the joint. So, you know, saying the joint, you know, the app was like, you know, he arrived over there. And we like, where bruh at?
Yeah.
Like, we out there. This bruh is like across the street, like on the curb.
What?
Like
that's how he parked?
Like diagonal on the curb,
Come
bruh.
on, bro.
I'm like, that's him.
I'm not getting here, bro.
So then we get in the joint, you know what I'm saying? And you know, like, the Uber driver, sometimes they don't know like how many people coming, like hopping in. So bro got kind of scared when he see like somebody get in the front and then 2 people get in the back. He got kind of shook. I like, bro, we good, bro. He's like, okay, sorry, so let's go. You ready? He's like, yeah. And then he driving. And mind you, I told you I didn't pay for it, so I'm thinking maybe Mark. His name ain't even Mark. This fool made up a whole name. So I met this dude one time at this little. I met this dude named Mark at this little.
Bro, he get removed too for that.
At this, so Mark, you get removed too, bro. You get removed too. So I met this dude named Mark. You know, the apartment I live at, they have little socials every month where you can meet your neighbors and stuff like that. You know, it's open bar. You know, free food. So you know, I'm always down for that. You know what I'm saying? So I met this cool dude named Mark. You know what I'm saying? Soldier in the army, you know what I'm saying? We was vibing. You know, we was hanging and chilling and stuff, you know, cool. We'd go out every now and then, get a drink every now and then. Then bro go tell me one day, oh yeah, my name ain't Mark, I made that up.
What?
Nigga, you made up a whole name? I'm thinking like, well, I lied too, so I can't even front. Like, I told him my name RJ, but RJ is my initials. Ain't like I totally made it up.
Bro, we've been friends for a brick. I never heard you say RJ ever, bro.
Yeah,
other than referencing our other friend.
Yeah, but like, you know, RJ, like my first name is Ramir, my middle name start with a J, so RJ. This man said his name was Mark. He ain't got Mark nowhere in his name.
What's bro name,
bro? Bro name is Dalir, bro.
This dude sound like he supposed to be in Black Panther with that name.
Yo, like, he made the whole name up. But anyway, going back to this damn Uber driver, you know what I'm saying? So the Uber driver, he driving, so I don't know where we going. I thought we was going home, but I'm thinking maybe Mark had the Uber driver put in a different location. Yeah. So, bro, we just keep on like making turns, and then we end in, every time he'll make a left, and then he'll make a right, and then he'll make another left. And then we end up back on the same street, and we keep on doing that shit like every 2 blocks. I'm like, what the hell going on? Like, I'm like, where we? And then I'm like, yo, Mark, where we going? He like, we supposed to be going home.
Wow.
And then next thing I know, bro, like 30 minutes later, when we pull up at the crib, I'm like, fool.
30 minutes to go nowhere.
But luckily this was an Uber, bro. If this was a taxi with a meter running, bro.
Oh, bro. I'm hopping out on you, bro. You ain't getting no bread.
He would have had to see them paws, bro. I had to put the paws on him.
You had to put a bat on me, bro.
So all I gotta say, bro, Uber driver, and Mark, aka Dalir. No, Dalir, aka Mark. You've been removed. Bruh, man. But yeah, man, it's one-on-one. Hope y'all enjoy the podcast, episode 5. Congratulations to the Golden State Warriors.
For sure.
Congratulations to Venus and Serena dad. He was inducted into the National Tennis Association.
What?
Yeah, man. He fought up them gangsters in Compton, so his girls could learn how to play. So shout out to him. Shout out to Cube. Shout out to our listeners, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Shout out to everybody listening to that podcast. Y'all can listen to us on SoundCloud. Get on that Apple Podcast app. Everybody who got a Mac, who got an iPhone, who got an iPad, see us on YouTube. We're going to be uploading more videos soon. Catch us on IG at ITC Podcast 2017. Catch us on Twitter with the same hashtag, ITC Podcast 2017. And get on that Facebook page, like, review, share, ITC Podcast. We on.
Yeah, lyricalambiance.com.
We do everything.
And like we always say, hey,